Being a player is about as tragic as it gets. What does it mean to be a player? Being a player just means, being heavily involved in game. Because the fact of the matter is, if you've got time to waste, playing the game, like, look, there's a time and place to play the game. Do you know what I mean? It's like maybe if you feel, I don't know, maybe let's say you go to a pub, right, or a nightclub. Maybe you feel a bit insecure to approach somebody, and you're kind of just like grasping at straws, and you have to play game in order to, just you have to waste a bit of time. You have to, ultimately get to a place where it's kind of like your happy place. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's just your place where you can kind of um, just get away from having to maybe approach girls or whatever, and just kind of just keeps yourself and just be left alone for a bit, right? Um, so it's kind of like um, if you really need to play a game, a situation like that is understandable where you could play a game. I mean, but don't take it to the point where, like, the problem is some people play game and they get heavily invested in it, and they look. Here's the thing. Um, everything is a lie. So if you go in the direction of playing game, you're basically just filling your mind with fucking bullshit. It's all fucking lies. You know, it's like, and then after you get loads of people like walking around through life, and they think they're, like smart or some shit, right? They think that they're onto something. They think that they're cool or whatever. Um, and you see people like, oh, let's go to the fucking gym to work out because girls like it if you got a body and shit like that. Now look, I'm not saying that's not true. I mean, it probably is true to an extent, but the fact of the matter is, I mean, you can just get laid without working out and just approaching girls and just having fucking confidence, right? Like, you don't need to fucking go to the gym to do that shit. People might walk around through life, just like, um, heavily invested in the game, and it's just that they think like, shit like, oh, you've got to look here, you can't, do that because it's weird and everything, and people get they get, it's like, I don't want to say they're insecure. It's more they're just fucking dumb, right? It's more they fucking think that they're smart, but they're fucking not. You know, they're the kind of people who will look at others and judge others and hate on others, and you know, um, kind of you know, um, go like, oh, he's weird or whatever. You know, like it's the kind of person who's like just, I don't know, just a fucking asshole. Um, you know, if you're gonna be heavily invested in it, in game, people, I guess create you can end up just being an asshole. And don't get me wrong, a guy who's an asshole could probably get laid, but nobody's like gonna take game. People are gonna end up believing shit like um it's the fact that I mean, how can I explain this? You know, I mean, people might kind of dabble with game, I guess, but it's like this is really hard to explain what I'm trying to say here. Um, you know, but it's like they're just not smart enough to realize or understand basically that um, like there's a time and a place to play games. Some people would just like walk through life playing game all the fucking time. You know, their life is like a fucking game. Like that's like how they approach life, right? And you know, they might think that they're um, I don't know. It's just the fact that they don't even realize what they look like to the world. Um, you know. And it's the fact of the matter is, like I say, it's like you're just filling your mind with fucking lies, right? You're just filling your mind with fucking lies. It's like, you don't need to do that. Like I said, there's a time and a place to play a game. You don't play a game your whole fucking life. That's just fucking sad. And I think a lot of people do that because they're just fucking ignorant. If I say to you everything you know is a lie, the problem is, right, if I say something like that, people are going to take it too literally and they're going to go, what do you mean everything I know is a lie? It doesn't make sense. I don't believe that. And they're trying to be like fucking smart about but it's because they don't understand what I'm trying to say when I say that. It's like, okay, technically not everything is a fucking lie, right? But um, understand what's bullshit and what's not, right? Like, lots of people just believe fucking bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So, um, it's this thing of, like I said, yeah, yeah. So people get too heavily invested in game, and it's just a very sad and pathetic thing, a tragic thing to get involved with. Um, being heavily invested in it, like if you're heavily invested in it, like I just it's like you are dumb, because like I say, it's like and people might listen to that, and they go like, like when I say you're dumb, I mean it in the sense of like I'm not saying it in a like in a sense of like, oh, let's bully this guy because he looks dumb or whatever the fuck. I mean, dumb in the sense of like, well, you know what dumb means. I mean, it's just the fact that you know you're being ignorant. You're going about life wrong. And if you go in the direction of you know being smart, then you're going to live a more fulfilling life, and you're gonna you know live a happier life, and you're going to have more opportunities in life, and you know um, you're going to just get laid more.